exactly what we have submitted, and this is the reason why we are not. Secondly, as you know, after we have filed in Najib, there was a second matter, namely his appointment his appointment involved his involvement not merely as a prosecutor but as an investigator. I mean, he's involved in the investigation, which is not allowed. The prosecution said no, they are not involved in the investigation. But we sent 2 letters to the judge before the decision yesterday, because in Tommy Thomas' book, he has disclosed in 2 parts of the book where he said he has specifically requested DPP to be involved in the investigation itself. In fact, in one instance, he said, I have sent DPP to be involved in the investigation of the crime scene. 2 portions of it. So, on both counts, we feel that we got very strong reason to appeal, and that's why we call up this press conference to say that the proceedings. That is as far as this qualification of the law. But today you heard something interesting that happened in the one ambiguity. Whatever that we file in New York, we cannot reiterate that to the press because we are forbidden. But you know that in the submission before the judge today, we have asked the judge to stand down, or rather to postpone this hearing, to give way to the discovery that we have applied in New York. There are so many things that we have applied in New York because that is relevant for purposes of the cross-examination of the witnesses. That is as much as I can say. And we inform the judge that this is relevant because what if you discover that these witnesses have in fact received bribe? If these witnesses have received bribe, it becomes relevant. Okay? That much I can do because I'm not allowed to say more than that. But you would have heard it in the court. So you can take everything that I said in court and report, but I cannot repeat it to you. But I've also said in court something else, which I can repeat. I said, just like the situation with Dancy Jerry, we have never been told by the prosecution. The prosecution, at least the investigation, MSCC should know that Dancy Jerry's family received a lot of money, and we never knew it. We never knew it in SRC. We never knew it, and we hope it will be revealed in this case because it is relevant. Because you remember in SRC, Najib said, "I'm relying on Bank Negara to alert me the money that came in is black money or from unauthorized sources. They are the guardian. When the money comes from overseas, in large amount, and they never raise a red flag. So it is relevant for me to connect this because why didn't we Bank Negara alert this? And I did say, has it got anything to do with the fact that Nancy Zeti's family received a lot of money in Singapore? Okay? That number one. Number 2, I also raised issues because when New York authorities mentioned about Roger Earl, then we realized that there is a connection between Roger Earl and his brother-in-law, and through a public listed company where they pump in a lot of money. Tim Lesnar, which is the same people from the bank, Goldman Sachs, they pump in a lot of money to this public listed company, the purchase of the shares. And that company has got a shareholder, which happened to be the son of the current prime minister. I've mentioned that very openly. But you must report this because we are not saying that the son of the Prime Minister have committed anything wrong. So we are saying it could be exactly the position like our client. You will never know the money come from where. If somebody come and invest in this company, he will just take it as an investment. Takkan dia nak tanya where does this money come from, where did you get this money. Whereas Tim Lessner has layered this from Goldman Sachs to him to Roger Ng to his brother-in-law, and then the brother-in-law invested in that. So this we have said, and therefore it is the reason for a lot of requests. But the judge have not given us the postponement, in spite of the fact that we are to submit written submission in the SRC punya appeal in 2 weeks. And you know, the SRC appeal is huge. We have set aside 3 weeks alone just to hear the appeal in the court. But the court feels that he is pressured to finish this case and he wants to continue. Okay? That's about all I want to say.
With regards to the recusal appeal, didn't the judge say that there was no evidence to suggest that Dato Sri Gopal Sriram was involved in the investigation? Are you coming up with new evidence on that?
You see, why we appeal is we do not have to show that he actually was involved. His appointment involved investigation. The letter says so. You see, initially they never gave us the letter, but the federal court ordered them to give. So reluctantly they gave us the letter. And in the letter it says, he is to spearhead investigations and prosecution. So the AG knew the two things. Prosecution is different from investigation. And then his book that came out, the controversial book, confirmed not only in this case, but in Samira case and a few others, where he said, I have asked my DP to go and investigate. You remember there was another chapter of the book where he says, I sent a senior DPP to go to Sydney to interview Cyril in the Altatoya case. That's investigation. That's not DPP's job. Siapa suruh dia? The AG himself. So this is clear admission in his book, and they are admissible.
So you will use the book?
Yeah.
You will use the book as evidence?
I have in fact asked the judge to consider the book because the book is judicial notice. This is a notorious fact. Nobody can say there is no such book. No, Tommy Thomas is not going to say that's not his word. Okay, it is his book. Okay, that's the reason why we are appealing. Any other question? Yeah? Yeah. Yes. If you follow what I say, because I'm a bit limited in what I can say here. But if you have got the tape recording of what I said before, I have said everything. Everything. Document based on what was disclosed, because Tim Lessner said, I bribed. You see one and I bribed. So many in one and so we want that. Okay? Alright, thank you. This week, we go until Friday. We are fine tuning. In fact, we may go for even something else together with the definition. Sometimes it could be another content based on the same thing. Okay? Yeah, same one. Alright, the two causes of action separate. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. One is definition, the other is possibly even a contempt on the same statement. You understand or not?
Because it's part of any ongoing procedure regarding Hakan.
No, because we are saying this in alternative. One is the case is over. Najib has not been implicated. Review has also thrown out the case. Najib has not been implicated. If Najib is not implicated, it is a fresh defamation for Tommy Thomas to say that I believe, he said this, he said he believed in the statutory declaration of the two police officers, Cyril and Inspector Azila. So what does it mean? Tommy is therefore saying, I don't care what the court decided. I believe these two, meaning I believe Dato Sri Najib instructed the murder. That is defamation because this is a very unusual case through even a review. They lost everything. And Dato Sri Najib not implicated at all. And yet you say you believe in the two officers who have been convicted. That's a fresh defamation. It's up to him to prove that my client is involved in the murder. It's going to be one uphill battle for him. Now, why it is also contempt? Because what are you saying to the court? You are actually disrespecting the court. You are telling the court, I don't care what you decided. You may be the court, but I don't care. I still feel that he is a murderer. That's a direct attack on the court credibility. 100 years from today, people will read this book. People will say the judiciary may have been corrupt in deciding that. Because that's what Tommy Thomas is saying. Because he believed in the truth and yet they were convicted and Najib was never charged. He himself never charged Najib.
Even if the Wakandria negative has been considered as a federal conspiracy,
Contempt of court? Yes, why not? Because he insulted the court. It's a fresh proceeding. No. If you say something that insulted the credibility of the court, that is scandalizing the court. You can say 50 years from now, it is still scandalizing the court.
So one negative and one contempt against Tommy Thomas.
Very likely. The defamation is definite. The contempt, 98% we are filing. This week. We have to give him a show cause. Okay?
Okay,
Thanks,
Thank you.
Take it.